Alright, now we're moving along to the Sea-Doo SPX. Just took the seat off. I noticed it has a lawnmower battery stuff down in it. And this one has that trim motor set up as the XP back there. Both of these is about the same year. This is a 96, that's a 95. So I'm thinking, he told me that might not work. I see the cover is missing and nowhere to be found. So maybe that's why this one runs, because the trim motor goes out and then I guess it don't perform right. I don't know. People just park them. Or maybe that one just locked up or whatever it did and they just quit riding them. So anyway, let's get the jumper pack on it. And I'm pretty sure it's got gas. Let's see. I don't see any. I don't think it's got any. I don't even have any fuel in it. I'm looking down there in the tank. It's not moving. I see it does have 2-cycle oil in it, and I think this one still has the fuel injection hooked up. I see the lines going to it in the cable, which is something I'm going to unhook anyway. Let's get some gas, put some gas in it. Maybe that's why I want to run on its own, and see if we can get it fired up. I've got some premix gas already, so we'll put that in there, see if we get any fuel, and go from there. Hopefully it will crank up and run on its own, but we will find out. So let's get some fuel. Alright, now we got some fuel in it. You can see it in the tank now. I'm gonna shine it down there. See it shaking there? Well, I'm kind of shaking the camera. It's about half a tank. So it's already pre-mixed. So I'm going to hook the jumper pack to this so-called lawnmower battery they got in here. I mean, which would work. It lasts a lot longer than the batteries you buy for them, but you want to put the right one in it. So jumper pack's on. Let's get the safety switch. All the ones from the FP. Actually, I put the safety start button back where it's supposed to be. All right, let's see what she does. No go. Let's see. Maybe we need to prime it. Oh, someone has put a hole in the top of the breather right there. Make it a little bit more easier to spray into. Now I know it's gonna crank. Make sure these spark plugs are tight. I know one of them was loose. It runs, but it's idled up way too high. I thought it was going to jump off the trailer. Why is it idled up so high? Like I say, I got premix in it, and the oiler is still hooked up, so that's why it's smoking so much. It's always like that. I've had some jet skis before and one of them ran and one of them didn't. When you buy these in a pair, it's always possibly one that's going to run and the other one don't, because they always burn up the one, and then it's boring riding with just one jet ski, so they just sell them, you know. Then you get the one that runs and the other one needs a ton of work. But I gotta find the idle screw, man. It was out of way too high. Then we'll hook some water to it. There's the cover. I don't know why they had this cover off. But just gotta find the idle screw. Well, let me find the idle screw, and then we'll pull it outside and hook some water to it so it won't run hot, and we'll run it some more. So, but it's a runner, so let's do a little bit more work on it. Alright guys, we got them outside. I got the water hose hooked up to the SPX, and what I did was I took the breather off of it, and I was able to unhook the oiler for the oil injection. What I did was I unhooked the cable that hooks back here on the oil injector arm, and it had like a little filter in line that was going to the injector. What I did was I took a long, I think it's like 5/16 bolt, cut the head off of it and put it in line. That would keep the oil from coming out of the tank. But what you don't want to do is block these hoses off here, these bigger hoses, because they go down to the crankshaft and on the side of the block, and what it does, it oils your crank bearings. And I'll show you on this other block I got, which is already out. So this hose here comes out the oiler, and what it does, it goes into a little spout here that goes into the block. Well, when that oil's in the tank, it is constantly flowing to your oil pump, which is here, and it's constantly flowing to the crankshaft bearings. It has one, I believe, here that oils that side. That oils your upper crank bearings, the upper part, I believe, or one side of it. And I think this oils the other side of your crank bearings. But here's the oiler. See this motor here, the oiler was still hooked up. That's the cable I unhooked right here. I just unhooked it and left that free flowing. But you see what happens when that oiler don't work? It will get your pistons hot, and it will start melting it and seize it up, which this one is seized up. This is out of the 650 GTX, I think. So that's what happens. So let's fire this baby up. See how she runs now. I'm gonna idle it down some because it's idled up too high. Got a little. For some reason we got water pouring in here. I don't want it to spray over in the intake. I think the O-ring is missing on the little spout here. So I'm gonna go get one. That will cause the water to spray everywhere. So I was able to retrieve the O-ring off of this head off the 650. It's a little O-ring that goes on the fitting. That one was missing, so it was just spraying water everywhere. So we'll put that on. And we'll hook our quick flush valve hose back up. We hook our safety switch up. Hard for a little bit because we still had premix in it from the oiler. Probably can use some new spark plugs in it. See what she crank back up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the XPX runs. It's a little on the smoky side because I believe it's still oil in the oiler, so it's probably still sucking that in there. And I put some premix gas that I forgot that came out of the Rave Runner, and I think it was mixed too rich. That's why I drained it out. But hey, it runs, fires right up. There wasn't no battery light on like the XP had. The dash doesn't light up, which I guess that's a common thing on the XPX and the XP, because that one doesn't light up. But yeah, she sounds pretty healthy from what I understand by listening to it. So next step will be clean her up a little bit, and we will soon take it out to the lake and see what she'll do. Oh, I forgot one of the major things. The trim. The tilt and trim doesn't work on this one, just like the XP. So I think I don't hear anything clicking, so I don't know. Let's see if we can tap on it or something. One thing I did forget, no tilt and trim. let's see if we got any juice coming back here to it. So we're going to hook our test light up. And we're going to check the wire going into our tilt trim. Let me get you guys closer. Try and get you guys closer up on it. We're going to test to see any one of those wires down there has power, and that will let me know that the trim motor is actually bad. Got nothing there. I think that's coming out of the harness. Yep. Let's make sure our test light working. Test light is working. Let's try the other one. Oh, we got power here. So we know that one has power. So, but it's constant power. So maybe it's a bad switch, because they tend to get wet. So let's just hook it back up. Hear anything? Nothing. So either it's going to be a bad switch, or there is a little control module behind the trim motor back there. Right on top there's a little black box which has a circuit board in it, and I believe that could be bad, or it can be a button issue because the light is staying on all the time. But anyway, we're either going to fix that or do like we did the XP. We can take our jet drive thing here off, which somebody, no, this is how it came. We can take this off and put it over here, just like we did the XP, and it just be regular like this one, no tilt trim. So since this one's not running, and I'm thinking it might take a minute to get it to run, that might be the option. Just take this off and swap it over there and take it to the lake. So if I do that, you will find out, and if I get the tilt and trim working, you will find out. But I think it's going to be slim to none on the tilt and trim, unless I go ahead and just order all the stuff to fix it right, which who needs it? But anyway, that's it on the XPX. So next video, hopefully we'll be taking it out and see what it's gonna do. So just keep your eyes open. All right.